Test 1, 2, 3. Yeah. All right. After some slight technical difficulties, hello and welcome back to day 2 of the NCC, the Nations Cup Cologne. Today starting us off with Poland against the NCC team. Both teams starting out their tournament journey here with a loss yesterday. Poland in the last game of the evening having to admit defeat against the Netherlands in a convincing fashion, and the NCC team suffering a loss to Australia. Looking ahead at the starting 5 of the two teams today, we have Mosler, Filipski, Bandura, Maciek and Balcerowski for Poland. And on the NCC side, we have Paul Jachmich, Jan Sandler, Abderrahim Tagrest, Bulut Kodal and Oliver Jans under Köln 99ers coach Haj Bania, the team which just recently got assembled to represent as team number 8 in this tournament after France dropping out. Yeah, as I said, both teams not with the start which they've hoped for. Obviously a tough task for the freshly assembled NCC team to compete with these national teams over here. But they are looking to bounce back. Had a convincing performance in the second half of their first game yesterday, and are looking to build up on that. Bulut Kodal, captain and 99ers captain, with the first shot of the game. Has not quite hit the mark, as Poland take it the other way. That's early foul call on Mosler, player from Sassari. 19 points on average a game, which is a double-double. Going to be a tough task for the home side to contain him today. So we still await point number 1 in this game. And there we are, number 2 is good, and Poland draw first blood on day number 2 of this tournament. Day 2 of 4 today is the second day with placement matches. Last day of those will follow tomorrow, with the final on Sunday, where every place will be played out. So we'll start with the game for 7th, then 5th, 3rd and 1st, as Poland get the next 2 fast break points thanks to Andrej Maciek. And we do have some slightly unfortunate news, which is that we'll have to mute ourselves in the timeouts, and we will not be able to hear anything because of copyright issues. So we'll apologize for that, but during the game you'll still get all of the coverage possible. NCC team now looking for their first points of the day, and there they come in the hands of Abs, the freshly transferred Brit who switched to the Cologne 99er side in this summer, looking to strengthen their first team in their run in the Rollstuhl Basketball Bundesliga. But that is a task for the future. For now, the job at hand is making it as difficult as possible for the Polish guests here. Paul Jachmich now with his first 2 points of the game, giving the lead to the NCC side. Jachmich freshly transferred from Hamburg to Cologne, spent all of his youth years here with the 99ers. Switching to Hamburg and now living and studying in Cologne again. That one does not quite hit the mark. Mateusz Stan with his first attempt of the game. Poland does not seem to be too awake today. That one won't count. The foul was way before the shot attempt by Bulut Koda, the big man from Cologne. But he'll have his chance to redeem himself from the line. Well, and that's a lie, because obviously not a shot attempt if the points are cancelled. 3-point, not good. Does not quite hit the mark by Cologne's number 18. There seems to be some sort of unhappiness within the refereeing team. Having some discussions. Yeah, I see the one of the shot clocks has stopped working for a second, but that looks good. Yeah, both showing the right time again, both working fine, so no technical difficulties to report of. Now Stan again for Poland with Maciek. And that's the mid-range from Bandura to give the lead back to Poland. As I said already, suffered defeat yesterday to the Netherlands. And in the end, fairly convincing game to finish out day one. And the NCC side, who had to deal with a very furious Australia side who came out of the gates very hot. Started the game off with an early 10-point lead, and the NCC side not able to recover any time. So if there should be any hope of a good placement here, this is a must-win game for both sides. As Poland finds Wawęcki under the basket to give them points number 6 and 7. Now it goes the other way. Kodal again under the basket. Try to use the height advantage, but the one-handed lay is not good. Doesn't count for anything. Next chance for Poland. Slight miscommunication, but the ball stays in the hands of Poland. Now Maciek again. On the wing, finds Stan, who puts it in. 5-point lead now early, and the timeout called by Cologne coach Haj Banir. Did seem to find his footing in here early on, taking the lead, but then Poland with a strong answer. And on a 6-point run right now, take the lead by 5. And back underway we go with the chance for Cologne to redeem himself, find their way back into this game after an early run by Poland. Abs trying to find Kodal in the dangerous zone, again using his height advantage, but the finger roll is not quite as sharp as it used to be. But I'm sure it's morning time for both of these teams as well, so maybe still trying to find their rhythm on this side as Bandura gets points number 10 and 11 for Poland. Great efficiency so far by the Polish side, with the Cologne team trying to find an answer, but not quite having one ready as of yet. Bo Bruckmann now gets the ball to Bulut Kodal. Mid-range, decides against it. Long-range effort, not good. Kodal intercepts the fast break. Back the other way we go, and that's a foul on the big man from Cologne. Maciek there having to take personal foul number 1, if I remember correctly. And Jachmich with the inbound for Cologne. Finds Sadler. Jachmich now looking for the hook, takes the hook shot. That would have been a stylish way for him to get his third and fourth points. Now Sadler from the baseline, and that's beautiful. 11-6 now the scoreline, about 5 minutes into the first quarter here. Bandura for Cologne gets it over to Stan. Effort not good, gets another look at it. Again from the baseline, that one's good. Won't say no to chance number 2. And Poland, I think both sides can be fairly happy with this game. That's another foul by Maciek. Poland now with their first subs of the game. Checking in Wysowski. And also another player which I did not quite catch. I'm sorry for that. But I'm sure we'll be able to see him in action there. Cologne again missing the mark. Rebound by Kodal, who's not at his usual scoring percentage from close range so far. And those are about 6 points that Cologne desperately need to stay in this game. Great look from baseline. Paul Jachmich tries to contest, but shot is good by Bensky. Takes the lead up to 9 with about 4 minutes to go in quarter number 1. Sadler with a look from 3. Poland with another chance. Stan. Taking his time all the way over to Wysowski from the baseline, and that's the spot where they've been very successful from today in this opening quarter of the game. Doesn't matter if right or left side. And Cologne desperate to find an answer now, with the lead growing early again. Same struggle that they've had yesterday against the Australian side, the Rollers, who just had a great start into this game and then never let the lead slip that they've built up early on. And it's looking like the script is going to repeat itself unless Cologne is able to find an answer. Stan thinking about the 3-point attempt, but in the end, 2 quick and nice passes gives the 2 easy points to Wysowski. The lead grows to 13. Sadler now the other way. Again to Kodal, and that's his first points from his usual spots. And now Poland a bit too eager on the fast break there. Mosler tried to get over early. Epps now with the pass to Zadler, who's fouled on the shot attempt. So that will be his first two free throws of the game. Team foul number 5 as well now for the Polands. And that one's good as Cologne get their double figures on the board. 9-point lead now still for Poland. Stan leading the game over the left side. Shot attempt from the free throw line. Does not find the net. Substitution again for Poland. Number 1 now checking in, Krzysztof Pietzik. It's Tom Harvey with his first minutes on the floor. Takes us the other way. That's two beautiful passes to find Jan Zadler open. Great answer so far from the NCC side to stay in this game, not let Poland run away early, while the lead is still at 8 points. That's a great pass. A tricky shot with the foul. Kodal not quite happy with the call, but it will stand. Poland go to the line. He won't go to the line because referee team did not see that as a shooting foul. Stan now with the opportunity against 2. Decides for the pass, and that's a little bit deeper even than baseline. Tough angle there. Harvey gets to that ball first. What can they do from here? Harvey now against 2 with the bounce pass. Tries to find Bruckmann. Does not quite get there. Stand again for Poland. Thinks about it from 3, has a look, and that's our first point from behind the arcs today. Harvey over to Zadler. Back out. 30 seconds on the clock. Bulut Kodal now with the bank shot, not good. Gets it out to Akbay. Has a look from baseline. That one's good as well. 15 seconds now. Shot clock turned off, and Poland with presumably the last attack of the first quarter here today at the Nations Cup Cologne. Stand with a deep look, and that one is good as well. Unbelievable from deep, about 30 feet out. To anyone who's never tried that, that's a ridiculously difficult shot to pull off from a wheelchair to end the half. And that's a 12-point lead early on. It's going to be difficult for Cologne to find an answer in quarter number 2. Underway we go for quarter number 2, and I have to instantly start off with an apology because I kept calling Mateusz Filipski Mateusz Stan. Mateusz Stan, obviously not the one scoring those 6 beautiful points to round off quarter number 1. But he's now given a rest by Marcin Baczerowski. NCC side now desperate for an answer. Jachmich from the mid-range. Beautiful look from the elbow. The 29-13 lead now. It's starting to look rough out there, but as I mentioned earlier, they also found an answer to Australia sort of yesterday, where they actually won the fourth quarter as well. Not letting the lead grow anymore, but that's a good start from Poland so far into quarter number 2. Who will have watched the game yesterday. Zadler with a look from outside. Back the other way we go. Beautiful behind the back pass for the open layup. And that's points number 30 and 31 for the Polish side by Andrzej Maciek. Hornets player averaging 12 and 4 last season. Sadler over to Harvey. Joel Schröder now also in the game for the German side, and Harvey opens up the scoring for the Cologne side. Maciek takes us forward. To the outside we go again with a look from baseline. Not as effective as the first attempts were today. It's Joel Schröder's first action of the game and his first 2 points for the youngster from Cologne. Obviously, tough test for the side by Hachbanier, the NCC team here against some of the best teams in the world. But a good chance for them to recommend themselves, prove what they're capable of, and also prepare for the upcoming season. Harvey had the option there to try to find Akbay on the fast break. Has Zadler to his left, tries to go for the open layer, but that's a good block. Has now two hands over him, draws the foul. And we'll have the first 2 free throw attempts in the second quarter here. That one's good. 31-18, 13-point lead now. And that's an even start to this second quarter. No team really able to separate themselves in the first 3 minutes. Oh, and that's another miscommunication on the Polish side. Pass just finds the middle of his teammates, but neither of them felt responsible. As Poland call for a timeout. Underway again now. Harvey had his first 2 points earlier. Now tries to find Yachmich. Over to Akbay. Decent shot. Nothing to account for in the end. Poland now again. 1 against 4. Maciek with a good pass. Another attempt from baseline. Shot clock runs out, but does not matter because ball is in Cologne's hands anyway. Keep calling them to Cologne, the NCC side. In reality, they're a mix of several teams, but a lot of representatives here, obviously, from the home side who are eager to play in this tournament. But made of a total of 4 nations and several clubs from Germany and Europe. 2 players from the German national team also joined here to be able to put together an 8th side to complete this tournament bracket. Harvey against them all with the fadeaway, and that's a beautiful block from behind. Does not result in a turnover though. Akbay now. Over to Yachmich under the basket, again against 2. With the fadeaway look. Difficult shot, but that's a charge. Offensive foul Poland, drawn by Yachmich to redeem himself for the missed shot earlier. Marek Wysowski now with his 3rd foul already. Just 15 minutes into the game, has to be careful. As Poland sub back in Filipski, who will identify correctly as of now, I hope. Harvey back out to Yachmich with a look from the free throw line. Does not get to go. Harvey also only good enough for the rim. And that's a steal and a foul drawn. On Andre Maciek. Now Christoph Bandura over to Filipski. Bandura back under the basket. Akbay tries to get a hand on it, but shot number 2 is good as Poland build their lead back up to 17. Akbay, Harvey does not get his fingers on it. Babensky now takes it the other way. And that looks like an easy layup again. As Dominik Molster collects his next points, the Sassari player, as I said, averaging a double-double with 19 and 11. Akbay back out to Yachmich with the ball to Sadler, who goes into the danger zone to find his next 2 points of the game. Lead back down to 17 again. Filipski back out to Maciek. Has a go from the 3 throw line, and it looks like a Poland player touched that one last. So that will not result in any points here. Substitution for Cologne. Ebs and Kodal checking back in. Akbay, Yachmich and Sada leaving the court. Harvey Player from Sheffield for 3. Counts for 0 points in the end. That is Michaelis Sergiopoulos to Kodal. And another basket to Abs, the 21-year-old from Sheffield, who made his way into the Domstadt to Cologne this summer to prove himself in the German First Division. Looking for success in his first season outside of Great Britain. Filipski with his third look from behind the arc, and the first one which will not fall. Sergiopoulos now. Back out to Harvey, has Filipski on him. Against two, Kodal tries to get the ball over to Abs quickly. The only thing to count off is a turnover. About 2 minutes to go here. Poland up by 15. Filipski. Open look again from 3. Thought about it. Instead gets the ball out. And Bandura with a shot. Tries to get his own rebound. Ball back in the hands of Filipski. All the way over back to Bandura. Under the basket to Wawensky. That's blocked by Kodal. And away we go. Abs tries to find the fast break. Not gonna quite open up for himself. Harvey back out to Sergiopoulos, who makes it 24-37. The Cologne side, the NCC team, not quite writing this game off yet, but Poland with another good answer by Christoph Bandura, who's been very active today in this first half so far. Harvey the other way, has a lot of space. Options now available. Pump fake. Fly by, and that's good with a bank shot. Nice move there by the young man from Sheffield. Lot of space on the other end. That is back out to Christoph Bandura. Not finding the mark. Abs now. And that's over to Sergiopoulos, and that should be an easy 1 against 0 layup. And I did not jinx him, thankfully. Around 30 seconds before the end of the half. And the lead is back down to 11. So good showing again from the NCC side in the second quarter. Same as yesterday, as Abs gets a steal and should be first to that one. Filipski can only watch. Oh no, and he tries to get fancy with the behind the back pass. Apologizes. But that could have been an important 2 points to cap off the half. Instead, it results in a turnover. So 4-point possession, basically. 2 points lost on the offensive end. 7 seconds now. Try and find something for Harvey from the 3-point line. Gets it over to Abs. Will he redeem himself for the end of the half? Does not get that to fall. And also Harvey's attempt does not quite meet the mark. And that will cap off the first half. 41-28 a half, which I think both sides can be happy with. Cologne with a very good showing, especially in the second quarter. And Poland with a dominant first quarter with the 2 beautiful 3 points by Filipski. For sending you off into the halftime. We'll have a quick look at the stats of half number 1 of the first game of the Nations Cup Cologne Day 2. Obviously 3 more games waiting for you later on today. But for now, we'll have a quick look. Filipski with his 10 points from the first quarter. And Andrej Maček also very effective with 8 points. And Martin Balcerowski on 6. Jan Sadler with a good showing, 8 points for the Cologne side. Tom Harvey on 4 and Michaelis Sergiopoulos on 4 points. That's it for half number 1. We'll have a quick break and see you again for half number 2. back. Underway we go. Welcome back for the second half of game number 1 in the Nations Cup Cologne today. Poland facing off against the NCC team with a strong start from the Polish side, especially thanks to veteran Filipski. 2 deep three-pointers in the first quarter. Convincing lead, but also great performance by the NCC side to claw back into this game and take the lead down to just 13 points to round out the first half, leaving themselves with an outside chance of achieving a result in this game. And Kodal with a great start into the first half, into the first quarter of the second half. Now we got it. Gets us going. But Poland with a quick answer on the other end. Harvey now for the Cologne side uses the height advantage of Kodal. Goes for the rebound, tries to get the ball back to Harvey. He's not been quite as successful in under the basket in the paint as he used to be. This game is interrupted by the refereeing team. Seems to be Petrczyk on the ground there, getting some help from the coaching staff. Also another quick apology to our Polish fans watching, because they kept misidentificating a lot of the players because I had my notes wrong with the numbers and stuff. But hopefully we should be good to go now, as Wesolowski gets to go to the line for a foul call on him. Akbay with his first personal foul of the game. And Wesolowski completes the three-point play after the N1. Harvey with a lot of space decides to not go for the shot. There's a little bit of miscommunication. Kodal not happy there. Gets trapped now as well. Advantage Poland. Kodal hurrying back. Wesolowski again does not meet the mark. Kodal with the rebound. Active on both ends so far. Just needs to work on his efficiency a little. Over to the other side, Tom Harvey. Back to Zadler with an open look. Rebound collected by Kazarina. As Poland gets open for the open layup again, Bandura. 18-point lead now early on. 5-point advantage in this third quarter so far for Poland after just 2.5 minutes. And the Cologne side needs to be careful. They already missed the start into the first quarter of the game. They not want the second half to start the same way. Long ball over to Kodal now. Tries to use those long arms again. Sends Bruckmann under the basket. Decides for the ball to Akbay, and Harvey with his slippery fingers. He's not managed to hold on to the ball. Also misidentified some German players, because number 25 obviously is not Bo Bruckmann. It's Oliver Jans from Hannover. It's a great ball under the basket, but Tom Harvey with the quick fingers. Now goes the other way. Akbay was open for a second there. Now Kodal, he's very much open. Contested shot there against Jans and Harvey. But still Bandura finds the bottom of the net. Lead back up to 18. Harvey now. Open look from 3. Decides to go for it. Would have been a very nice play. In the end, does not account for anything. And away we go. Wisłowski carries us forward. Open look. Kodal does not get there in time. Bank shot is good. And 20 points the lead now, as there's a timeout called by Poland from the looks of it. And Hachbania will have plenty of work to do to get his team back into this game before it becomes too late. Timeout over, it's back to playing time now. NCC side with a lot of work to do. Game slipping further and further away from them. Poland with a great showing so far. Now also a chance to rest some of their key players, such as Filipski, widely considered one of the best players around. Kodal with a bank shot of his own now. Stop desperately needed by the NCC side. Oh, and that's gets it to go, and the foul also goes to the line. Bandura with a great showing so far today. And that one's good as well. Completes the three-point play. To give Poland their biggest lead of the game so far. Great fake there from Akbay to create some space. Back out to Harvey. All the way over to Zadla. Thought about the three-pointer. Kodal now with some space. Finds Akbay under the basket, who has company by Bandura. And tries to use the long arms of Bulut Kodal. But Kozarina has long arms of his own as well. Bandura, and the bank shot has been very solid by him today so far. Another 2 points for the guests. Sadler thought about it. A lot of traffic over there now. Another basket to Jans with the open look. Well played by the two out there. Oliver Jans originally was part of the German roster, the 26-year-old from Hannover United. Came there when he was just 15 years old. So at the young age of 26, already a veteran for the Hannover side. Bruckmann, Schröder and Epps now back in the game for Cologne. Epps with a good contest, and the veteran Stergiopoulos decided to show up for the Cologne side here and shows that despite the right age of, I think, 56. He's still able to compete out here. Finds Abs on the left elbow. No success though. Again the contest perhaps, and the in and out picked up by Stegiopoulos. Finds the open lane and gets the foul. Gets to go to the line now. Cologne's own very own Greek freak. That one's a little too short. Poland now, Bandura with the breakaway. Great find under the basket, and that's an easy layup. Lead back up to 22. With about 30 minutes left in game 1 of day 2. This one seems to be just a bit too big of a task for the NCC side by Hajbanier. We still have 3 more very exciting games to go, with Japan and Israel facing off next. And then Australia against the Netherlands. Both of these teams starting off their campaign here with a win. And that's going to be a very exciting match. And then Germany will face off against Great Britain in the evening. Also should be a great game. The rematch of the semi-final of the 2024 Paralympics in Paris. That game, Great Britain had the upper hand, defeated Germany. Went on to become second, losing to just the US in the Paralympics final. Germany losing their opening match against Israel yesterday. 71-77 in a very, very exciting game. And now 2 minutes before the end of quarter number 3, Poland decides to go for another timeout. Back underway we go for the last period of quarter number 3, and Poland exactly with the start they were hoping for. Kozarinia puts it in. 61-34. Big lead now, and a foul called on Joel Schröder. Offensive foul. Oh, never mind. Well, that's why these people are the referee and I'm just up here watching on from the sidelines. Foul on Joel Schröder. Sergiopoulos now tries to find Abs on the other wing, and that's jump ball, which means ball stays in Cologne's hands. by the NCC side. Back out Sergiopoulos, has a look from 3, and that one's good with the spiral of the shot clock. His first 3-pointer of the game. Great way to show that the old man still got it. Back the other way we go now. There's Orlovsky from baseline, and again Sergiopoulos, so seems like he's really feeling it right now. Wants to recommend himself, gets the ball out to Bruckmann. Nothing to account for, and that's a foul. Lane was open there for Maciek to get the open lay. The refereeing team decided on the offensive foul. Joel Schröder picks up his first foul. Germany, the NCC side, now on 14 fouls. That's an exciting shot selection by Maciek. That's a good ball through to Schröder, just intercepted at the last moment by Kozarinja. Gets the ball back with a fadeaway look, and that's beautiful. Just 30 seconds to go now in quarter number 3. As I said, this task seems to be a little bit too big by the freshly assembled NCC side again. But Hachmania still, in my opinion, can be very happy with the performance this team is showing out there today. Poland obviously a little too quick and also a little too efficient. But you still have to give them credit. They never really had time to train together as a team, get to know each other, the teammates, players from 4 nations, several different clubs from all around the world. But they still are showing up here with a decent performance. Paul Jachmich now with a heave from half court to round out quarter number 3 with a score of 63-40. And now some final words of motivation for the NCC team to go out here on a high. But Poland also obviously looking to finish the game on their terms and not let them get back into this one. Quarter number 4 now underway to round out game 1 of the second day, and Poland decide to start it off with a bang. Kozarinja with a look from 3 already to set the tone for here and tell the NCC side, if you have even the slightest bit of hope left, we are not in the mood to let you come back in here today. Abs with a nice turn and a 3-point attempt on his own. Bank shot not good. Game now interrupted for some piece of protection. On the floor, seems to have gone up from Yachmich maybe somewhere, or Sergiopoulos. Just decide to toss it to the side for now. Abs again, decides against the look from outside. Sergiopoulos finds Yachmich, and Cologne answer right back. Just 4 seconds left on the shot clock, but that's a nice move by the NCC side. Kozarinia now. That's very open Maciek there. No points to count of though. Abs finds Bruckmann. Has Schröder and Yachmich for support. But that's a great interception by Poland's number 8, by Adrian Lewecki. Still putting their bodies on the line. Not wanting to give the NCC team the slightest bit of hope. Yachmich maybe with an answer now. It's around 2 out to Abs. And that one's good with a little bit of help from the backboard. Poland now trying to take it the other way. Kozarinia, who had a great start. Another look from 3, that one a little bit too deep. Ball stays in Poland's hands. Kozarinia again against 2. Has Abs on him. Pump fake. Gets it back. That's a great interception by the 21-year-olds. Out to Schröder, the other youngster. And now Yachmich takes it the other way. Up to Sergiopoulos. And that's a great pass to Schröder. Nice move by the Cologne team. Thought about the reverse layup. That's a $1 million move. But a $5 finish. Great recovery though. Abs now. Yachmich back out. Open look again from 3. And that would have been great for his confidence. Great showing so far by him in this 4th quarter. And that's a good interception by the newly appointed 99ers player, Yachmich, to get another 2 points for Cologne. Keep this at, well, 20-point game. Still fairly big advantage for the Polish side. But that's the same script that we've seen in half 1, with Cologne having a tough time in the opening minutes, but then finding their footing once the game goes on, finding their rhythm. For this team, it's mainly about gaining experience, learning how to play together, as they're still trying to find the way they want to play. But Hachmania still can be very satisfied with what his team is performing out there today. Over to Abs, shot clock down to just 2 seconds, gets the ball off in time, but that's a shot clock expiry, so even though Poland were on the ball last, they regained possession. Dominik Mosler now checks back into the game, the Poland captain. Kozarinia, Poland's main man in this quarter so far, keeps putting out points, keeps producing there. As such, seems to be lining up for a full team substitution out there. Oh, great recovery by Sergiopoulos. 4 against 2 now. Chance for the fast break. Decides to go for it himself. Finds Yachmich, who has a great had a great game today, yesterday as well. 9 points against Australia. But a layup does not get much more open than that. And Andrej Maciek says thank you very much to add another 2 points to his tally. That's the full team substitution I was talking about. But first of all, there is going to be another one of those timeouts. Going into the last 6 minutes now here on day 2, game number 1. Akbay thought about a first look there earlier. Did not quite get anything of it. Jans now with a look from the 3-throw line. Collected by Kozariniak. Quickly goes the other way, and that's the second open layup in 2 possessions for Andrej Maciek. Zadler now has time and space on his hands. And that's very much open, and that's well played to find the open Harvey. A young man from Sheffield decided to help out to put together this improvised NCC side. Kozariniak now again. Great ball under the basket, and that's 3 for 3 now for layups. Dominique Moslea, the captain. Oh, and Zadler's very open there. Kozariniak tries to recover, puts enough pressure on him to miss not just the first but also the second attempt. Gets look number 3 but decides not to go for it. 8 on the shot clock, gets look number 3, and that one goes in the end, so all is well now. But it would take something even bigger than a miracle for Cologne to get back into this one. So they have to look ahead and regroup going into day 3, which is also not going to be easy as well. Slayer adding another 2 points to his tally. Poland now also resting some of the big names in the squad. As I said, started off this tournament with defeat to the Netherlands yesterday in game number 4. Netherlands 2-time reigning champions of the Nations Cup. Cologne looking to keep this title. They're going to have to fight against Australia in game number 3 later today. Started their tournament run here off with a win as well. Poland now up to 80. 30 points the lead now for the first time. Harvey has to wait for backup, decides to go on his own with a tough lay. Gets the foul call. Gets the first one to go. Second one, not as precise. Kodal now with his own three-point attempt. Tries to do the same thing Stergiopoulos did for Cologne earlier on in the third quarter, and what Filipski did so well to give Poland the early advantage in quarter number one. Another foul call on the NCC team. Poland now deciding to take out Mosler again, give him some rest for tomorrow in the final 3 minutes. It's a charge call today as well. We're still fairly early in the day with about 12:20 on the clock, but it's already starting to heat up in here. Projected to go over 30 degrees as well again, but that does not put a stop to the fans coming to the arena, supporting, and also the teams giving it their all here. Harvey now to Jans, beautiful with the left hand lay. And of course, if you're in the area, feel free to stop by here and have a look at the tournament yourself. Speak from experience here when I say the food is good and the people are. Everybody's here really friendly, looking forward to seeing you, and obviously supporting the national teams on their journey to prepare for the bigger tournaments later this year. Poland obviously also looking to prepare for the European Championships in Sarajevo later this year. And a convincing win against this NCC team is a good second step after suffering defeat to a strong Netherlands team yesterday. Sadler now tries to find Kodal all the way to the other side. Gets the ball back. 8 to shoot. Over to Jans. Oh, that's a big block by Kozariniak. Decides to go for the assist. It should have been 2 open points, but that's still a nice play by the number 11. Harvey now finds Sadler on the other side, Kodal. And that's his spot. The two-handed finish. Oh, nice block again on Sadler, by Sadler on the defensive end. That's a strong finish. Akbay looks for the pass to Kodal, finds him in the end, and that's another layup. And a strong finish again by the Cologne side. Hachbanier seems to be pleased with what he's seeing out there. Knew how tough this was going to be. Knew the strength of the teams they were facing up against. But given the circumstances, that's still a very good performance by the NCC side that they're showing today, especially in quarters number 2 and 4. The issue seems to keep being those pesky first minutes, especially in the first quarter, where they just seems to get overrun in efficiency and defensive stops. Kodal now with 6 quick points to finish out his game. Cut the lead back down to 21. Shot clock already turned off, but Poland still looking to end this game on a high. And that is possible thanks to the 2 points of Piotr Danikowski. 4 seconds. And now that's going to be game. Still with another look from 3, which is good to beat the buzzer and take the lead back up to a final score of 85-59 in game number 1 of the second day in this NCC tournament here in Cologne, the CBH Rechtsanwälte Nations Cup. And as the teams shake hands, performance both teams will be very happy to live with in the end. 26 is obviously still a convincing score, which is a little bit misleading because of the late 5 points that Poland took home there after Hachbania's NCC side went on a decent run to finish out this game. Maybe even managing to win this 4th quarter the same fashion they did it against Australia yesterday. These players, obviously also an honor for them to play against these big names of the sport. And we're going to have about an hour's break here before we go into game number 2 of the day, which is going to be Japan against Israel. So stick around for more high quality wheelchair basketball. Before we turn our attention to that game, we'll have a final look at the statistics of this game here. But for now, it is thank you for listening and watching. Enjoy the break, grab yourself something nice to drink, to eat. Maybe go for a quick walk outside. And then we're hoping to see you back for game number 2, which will start in around about an hour.